Hello, folks, and welcome back to Mindustry. We just got notification that the nuclear production complex is under attack, which it seemingly is going to be under attack forever. But let's quickly take a look and see it's going to survive. So we're not going to worry about that for right now. But we're back here in sector, what is this, 71? Yeah, 71. And we're going to take a look and see where we're going to go here. And we've made the executive decision that this area, all of this glorious area, is going to be devoted to making sure that we can set up a factory to send things out to other sectors. We have a currently existing spot here that's able to do lots. So we're going to get that one set up first with getting things out. And then once we have that, we'll be able to do more. What I want to try doing here is just making sure that we can kind of do something like that, and we're going to have an unloader, and we're going to come over and out here like that, and we'll be good. And we're just going to kind of just keep building up that general idea here throughout everything. Let me just get rid of that real fast because in the past, if I unload this and have all that, so we're going to just... in the past, if you don't select something, it just does everything, and that's a problem. So we're going to send that to one of our depot areas. We have a depot right there, and another one there. We're going to go to 85 this time because it just makes more sense, I think, to go to 85. So we're going to have copper going. And then we'll have another unloader area right there. This one is going to be lead. And I'm really just trying to cover the basis with this. Everything that's going into that core right now needs to come out. So thorium, let's see, metaglass. What else do we have going in? We have lots of stuff going in. Silicon, definitely. Titanium. I just want to get the things that we're getting fed into our core out of the core. And then we'll figure out what we're doing from there. So we'll get those two. Those two. Oh, okay. We're going to fix that real fast. Alright, and I'll explain my thinking here in just a moment. So we have this, and this. So we're going to have two lines coming in from the top and going over. Like so, and then we'll have two lines feeding from the bottom, but we don't have enough space, blah. So we're going to copy all of that. Alright, let's try it again. My bad. Our launch pads are going to be up here. Nope, that one's not even in the right spot. I'm losing my mind. I'm sorry. It's been a long day. Alright, so let's get all of that stuff in place. And then we will go in. That's going to go there. That one's going to go there. We're going to have this one come up from the bottom and go in that way. And this one's also going to come up from the bottom but go that way. All right, then we're just waiting on stuff. So that's 4 different belts, which means we can have 4 unloaders. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh, it's like I planned it. Let's see, what do we want to have? We don't need any of this stuff for the most part. So silicon's going to go out. Metaglass is going to go out. Let's get plastium out because we just don't need that right now. And we'll also get our phase out of there. And all that stuff's going to get shot out and going out to various places here. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one's going to come down. Like so, over, down, and out. So there we go. And I saw an awesome picture. I saved it somewhere. I don't know where I saved it. But there's somebody who had just the most beautiful setup for something like this, where they had... the plastium conveyors going out into vaults, and then the vaults would feed multiple versions of this, and it was beautiful. I don't know how to do that. Even looking at it, I was like, I don't know if I know how to build that. So I don't think I'm ever going to get to that point. But there's some really cool stuff out there. And I found that on Steam. So if you're ever looking for Steam schematics or Steam just kind of areas that you can do cool stuff with, there's some really awesome stuff out there. All right. So now this entire area is open for us to do stuff with. I'm gonna move these guys up here. Ooh, we're down on power. Oh God. Okay. we spent a lot of money on some stuff here, and we need to get some power into this facility. So where's our thorium at? We have a whole thorium beautiful area over here. So we're gonna build on another air blast drill right here, even though the game's not gonna like that. There's a method to the madness. We can have that just come up like so. Or actually, let's build our RTG generators before we do anything else. Because if you haven't watched my videos and you don't know that I love RTG generators, I love RTG generators. They are the coolest. And by coolest, I mean they don't blow up when they get attacked, which is super cool in my book. I need to fix that one and get that into place. Oh my goodness, we are way down on power. Alright, let's see if we can solve some of this with just brute force. So we're going to build some larger solar panels. That helped a little bit, not enough, but it did help. We have a big flat area in here, which I was originally going to use for these bad boys, but since we have blinking power, that's not a hopeful decision. So we're going to build on those. And you can see our numbers are now shrinking, continue to shrink. Because really, we just need to get this up and running, and then we're set. Let me see here real fast if I can just... This is going to be an escape valve for this. It's not a permanent solution, but it should help remedy all of our problems. There we go. We fixed it. Now we are making positive power. Alright, so we're going to bring this down and over, and we'll do that one there. And then we'll throw in some more of these bad boys. RTG Generator City. Boop, 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 boop. Get those in there. I guess we should put some more on the other side. Like so. And we're making over 3,000 power now, which is exactly what we need to do. All right. So this makes me happy. The phase is going away. We used a bunch just building those things, but it's going to go away, and that's fine. I actually want these 3 items to go away eventually because we're not doing that here. What we also need to do, though, is figure out what we're doing with the factories out here. So we have a big area of thorium, and I guess I should build some power out here with the large solar panels before I do anything else, and also before the phase totally disappears, because that's my goal, is to get the phase out of here. But we'll put a node in there, and then we'll go in and throw some batteries over in this area. And the only purpose of this right now is to serve as a place, because I want to make... I definitely want to be able to make some oil that's going to be able to feed our other stuff. And the cultivators, what we need with cultivators is water. And we have water right here. So we're going to be able to cultivate water, but also we have thorium right there, which means that we're going to be able to do my jam, my RTG generators, which is really all I'm focused on right now. Real quick, air blast drills, what water do they require? 6 a second? Okay, that's not a big deal. We can do that. So we're going to be able to feed this beautiful set up right there. And it's just going to come out, and this whole area right here is going to be purely dedicated to just power production for our factory setup. So I'm going to get my RTT generators just piled up on that line, and we'll do the same thing over here. And I know I'm using phase to do all of this, but it's fine. We're kind of in an uncomfortable loop with phase where it leaves us, but also comes back to us because we have everything launching here. So I'm going to also trade this over to be surge. So this guy is going to go now to surge. And we still have a little bit of phase left, but hopefully what we've built will cover our power situation for right now. And as we continue to build up all of our stuff, there we go. That will run, gets full power, and then we have this power on coming online, which is charging up this battery pack, or at least it should be. There we go. Okay, and there's more water over here too. So the next step that we want to do is we want to, well, it's kind of a, where do we want to go? We have the option of doing a couple things. We can do plastium. Plastium is just oil and titanium. We have oil that we can make right in this area, and there's titanium not far away, so we can transport the oil over here and or use the move the spore pods over here and get oil set up. There's titanium right there, and we can do it. That's an easy one. Phase, again, not a problem. It's thorium and sand. We have both of those available to us, and if we don't have sand super close, we have our scrap right there, which we're able to go through and do stuff with without any real problems, quite honestly. And then we have surge, which we're going to need, and surge requires just a stupid amount of stuff. I don't understand surge. It's annoying, and I don't like it. But the idea here is that we'll be able to knock that out, because it's made really quickly. It's under a second that it takes to make that, and that's impressive for stuff, because everything else is longer term to make. Oh, actually, hold that thought a second. I'm a liar. Surge is made the fastest out of everything. Phase is next, and then plastium is the longest of all of those things. All right. So that's all well and good. I think our next step here is to get some cultivators and figure out what exactly we're doing with them. And apparently I didn't know there was efficiency for the cultivators. And if you put them on these, whoa, look at that efficiency, 220%. Cool beans. So we're going to do stuff with that. And it's just because it's on this little purple area. But basically what I want to do is I'm going to run water down here, and then I'm going to have the cultivators come out that way. So let's take a look here and make sure that we get all of the things, because I'd actually like to replicate this across lots of stuff. Taking a look, this carries 16 units of water per second. And the cultivators, what do they need? Because I don't know. They need 18 waters? What? All right, we're going to play with this a little bit. So let's go through and just deal with those 4, and if it works properly, we'll be okay. So we'll get those. And it's going to come here, over, and down. I know we're covering up some of the phase, but it's okay. I think we'll be all right. The impulse pump, do that. So we go in here, and we should be making our friend phase rate or spores right now. There we go. Okay. You see, they have, I mean, it has water. It doesn't have all the water, but it has water. So if I were to, this is me just playing. But what's the damage that we do here if we do something like this? I just don't know. And that's one of the things I wanted to play with and kind of figure out is how much can I get away with without causing mass disruption to all of the things. So I think that spot makes the most sense to do this. And I guess it needs power, doesn't it? There we go. All right. So we're going to do that. We're going to have titanium. So I need the drill for that. Use our friendly air blast drill along with a nice little spot of that. Have these come over, and I'm just trying to keep things out of the way right now. So I know it's not maybe the easiest way to do that, but I want to keep this area open for more activities. And then, so we have all of that. We need to go in and make that, not cryofluid mixer where we need the spore press. All right, so that's going to come in. One spore is going to come in there and get squished out into oil. So, ooh, I don't like getting rid of all this stuff. And you guys all need to move over there because I can't see. Thank you. All right, let's do this. There's so much copper in this place, I don't really care. All right. So we're going to go like that and like that. And we're going to feed these like so. Okay. I'll do something like this. You can see how long it's taking that stuff to get there, but it's okay. I don't necessarily need that all optimized and set. But what we do need to do now is we're going to set up our plastium compressor. It takes oil and it takes titanium. We have titanium in spades. And we have these guys. So we're going to kind of try to see if we can feed this all in. And my friends, help me out. Thank you, friends. All right. So we're going to see if we can feed this stuff all on one side. I'm hoping that's what I can do. And I messed one of those up, so we'll fix that. And then this is going to come down and go that way. Okay. So they all have oil. Then they need to get titanium. And then that titanium is going to head out. So, or what it makes eventually is going to head out. So we're going to set this up. And if I would have thought about this a little differently. Oh, I still can, I guess. But it's going to be something coming in. It's going to be router. And that's going to be a junction. And then we'll just hit F and copy all of that going down. Alright, so what's coming in needs to go there. So this is going to come out here. It's going to turn down. And then this, hopefully, we'll get what we need there. And that can just flow into a vault for right now. We don't actually need to do anything special. If we have more titanium, which looks like there's more over here, we can do more stuff. So let's go in here. We'll do that. We'll do that. And I guess we need power to supply all of that. Power-wise, we're doing fine on this area. We can see we're slowly going to fill up this area, and we can also get more stuff in there, which is great. This is going to be a giant... Well, we have this big coal deposit down here, which I'm a big fan of. There's more coal deposits over here. But I'm thinking this area is just going to be just purely graphite. We can go two routes with the graphite. We can just use the regular graphite press, or we can use the multi-press, which requires water, which we can make really easily. So we'll do that. And that's going to allow us to do a little bit more here. But before we do that, I want to get that area that we just set up rolling officially and fully and completely. So we're going to do this. And then we're going to roll this completely to the outside. Hey guys, what are we doing? Yeah, thank you. Making my life harder than it needs to be. Life's hard enough already, guys. We don't need to have you coming up the works here. So let's bring this down. I'm gonna bring it over here and then down, just so we avoid that entirely. And I'm gonna say, hey, like, we need this to go probably right about there. And then we probably need power. Otherwise, none of this stuff works. So we'll run power out and over. There we go. And that will start doing its thing. We can get another air blast drill in there. We'll do that. And there we go. Alright, so that's going to run over there. That should help us out tremendously with that. And then we can have something like this along with unloader. And your job is only to do surge because that's all we're making, right? No, plastium. Alright, so we're loading those up, getting them out. It's taking it in, but oh, we need more oil. Okay, we can do that. That's not a big deal. We can get more oil. This guy is running dry. So let's see, one, can we support another pump there? I don't know if this is going to work or it's going to overwhelm stuff. Oh, that helps. That helps a whole bunch. Yeah, now we have enough water. It's kind of pulsating a little bit there, but that's not a bad thing. And then this is getting fed in. And we're slowly making more oil. Okay, I'm happy with that. It's not like... Again, this is not a massive factory by any means, but it's doing the job that we need it to do for right now. We can also throw more of this in there if we need to, which I might do. Do I do that? Because I could pretty easily move this down and have two separate lines. I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to pause it real fast because I want to make sure all of this is working properly. Okay. So I'm happy with that. Then over in the factory area, when I click on the right thing, I'm going to go to the spore press. Instead of here, I'm going to have it feed down that way. And again, we'll throw the same groups of stuff on. We'll do that. And then we're going to bring in some more water. And I'm just, again, trying to replicate essentially what we have on the other side. Even though it wasn't the best, it wasn't the worst either. We'll see how that all takes place here. So we just need to bring this up, over, and around without causing too many problems. Oh, what am I doing? Again, sometimes... Thank you all for watching, because you have to watch an idiot stumble through this game on a routine basis if you watch it all. I'm sorry. We're building cultivators over here. Again, it's so we can get crazy efficiency. I'm not super worried about that part of it. I'm more worried that we can get the things that we need to have out. So let me just build a little cultivator farm. Oh, nope, we need to... Let me just copy this. So that's what I want. We're just going to smack that, let's say right there. Alright, we'll put that in there like so. Okay, I'm off by one. I need space for the things to feed out, so let me try that one more time. There we go. And there we are. Okay. Now I feel better about the state of the world, even though it's not a good state, honestly. We'll feed that way just to make sure. And then we're going to feed this over and down like that. And give me the power. Alright, so we're getting water online. These guys are pumping out stuff. Yeah, man. Look at that. Like, I'm really happy with this. This makes me excited for things. But more, I want our oil levels, which they're coming online. It's not there yet, but it's coming online. You can see that some of the end stuff still needs more, but we're doing the job, and I'm happy with that. And let's take a look here. I'm sorry there's no fighting. I'm honestly sorry there's no fighting right now, but I really, really want to think through and think more deeply about how I go about approaching some of these levels, and also the supports that are going to need to be in place for stuff down the road here. So something like this. We have that, all right. And then, do I just build just a line of graphite presses, or do I go to multi-press, which requires water? I think multi-press, right? Like that makes the most sense. So I can throw on like a team of those things. So I can do something like that. And then I can go in here and put in those. And then put in those. Okay, so we're going to try this. I'm going to see how that goes. Ooh. That feels right. It feels right, folks. So we're going to go in here and do that. We'll go down and throw that into a vault or two. Probably just a single vault. And then we can set this bad boy up to launch out. Nope, not that. And then we'll put some unloaders there, and that's going to be just for graphite. Why are you not spinning? Oh, you're not spinning because I didn't put you in the right spot. I'm sorry. I'm not good at this game. Leave me alone. There we go. Okay, that should help supply more coal. And I really like watching that hit and spread out and do its thing. That's fun. Okay. So, I mean, we're building up stuff. There's still just so much space in here. Like, I could literally just mine this out and send some of this stuff out without having to do anything at all. And I may do that. That may be the route that we decide to go. I'm not really sure of what we want to do here. I do want to make sure that we have plastium. I want to make sure we have phase, which is not going to be, I don't think it's going to be a crazy one to achieve. And then I also want to have surge, which is a higher bar because there's just so much stuff that's needed for surge. I want to take a look before we go any further at our tech tree and see what's necessary to build like some of these bigger guys. So like this, what do we need for this? To be able to build it, and it's silicon, titanium, and plastium. Okay. And how about for these big guys? Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but okay. What is this? Oh god, there's a whole new layer of stuff that we have not unlocked. Okay. Oh god, we used up all of it. 46,000 surge alloy? Okay. Alright, but what do we need for like the top layer? What? There's different firing rates for different... Okay, we're getting way ahead of ourselves. There's no burning. We need phase, surge, and... Okay, so we know what we need. We need to have just stupid amounts of the more rare things. Surge, I think, is going to be one of the things that we're lacking the most. That requires a lot of stuff. But I also really want to get phase. So phase is going to require that we melt down this stuff, and I just want to get sand. And then with that, we can feed it with thorium, which we have in spades right over here. So we can melt this down, join that together, or over here. Let's do that. It's closer. We'll melt these two together and do the thing. Nuclear production complex has survived, thank goodness. And you can see that we had something coming, and now it's going out as quickly as it came in. There's no more. But you can see that we're playing that game with everything where it comes in and goes out if we don't necessarily need it or we are not necessarily producing it. So we'll do that. We got those there. Okay. Power is going to get delivered to all of that here shortly. We have plenty of power on this end of things. And we need pulverizer, right? That's what it's called? Yeah, the pulverizer is going to take scrap and output sand. Okay. And from what I remember, we have to do something like this. Otherwise, it gets very mad at me. There we go. So we get our sand. Then over here, we need to get our thorium. So we'll just do that one there. Get that. And then we should be able to make our surge, correct? No, not surge. Phase. I'm sorry. I'm so bad at this game. But I want to make sure that we have that stuff. So I'm going to build just the one. We'll make a copy of it in a second here. But I just want to make sure we have all of the things we need to have. Alright, so we'll do that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is going to come down like that and that. This one is going to come up and over. Wow, it's like I planned that, and I really didn't. I promise, I did not plan any of that. It just happened to work out beautifully. And by beautifully, I mean, look, it just goes up to the corner and rolls over. It's perfect. All right, and then we can have these guys, boom, 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 boom. They're going to fade over to there, into a vault. And then we'll have our unloaders do God's work and send these things out to all of the places. Alright, so it looks like we're really just waiting on thorium, which is interesting. It's not a problem I'm used to having, waiting on that one. Sand's usually the problem on this guy. But we'll do that. We will then take our air blast drill and smack it on that one. Along with that, and then we can just fade that in there. There we go. And yeah, now sand's our problem. So we're gonna go back to that. We're gonna go to pulverizers. And we'll see if we can get that out of there really quickly. I guess we don't need any of that. All right. Happy with that. Wish we... Oh, we have a chance to make a whole lot more sand. There we go. All right, let's make some sand, folks. So I'm going to go like this and over here. We'll figure that spot out in a second. Go down like so and over here and dump that onto there. Okay. No, why is there... Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. That doesn't belong there. All right, let's just see if we can feed all of this stuff out. I meant to feed that over into this area, but I was an idiot. So now I need to go fix the mistakes of my former self and get all of that reestablished back where it's supposed to be. Okay. This area needs to get torn down. This is going to not be a thing there. It's going to go down there. And then this, hopefully we can repair our mistakes and go like that. What else? Oh, we have this problem. we have that going. This is not doing much of anything for us, so we're going to fix that here. And we're going to roll that into something like that. And pulverizer city, pulverizer city. And hopefully that will supply enough sand to do all the things. Maybe we, instead of putting it on that one, we'll bring it down and put it there. There we go. Okay. We're not sending out crazy amounts of phase, but we're doing phase regardless, and it makes me feel happy. All right. The big thing we need is surge. Surge is going to be a pain in the butt. It requires just massive amounts of everything. But luckily, the only thing we really need to make is a silicon, which we luckily have a good supply of. So we're going to get this silicon. We're going to shoot that over to go somewhere else. I don't know where that else is going to be quite yet. But it's going to go somewhere else. And then we'll figure out what to do with it. And then we'll probably call it a day. But I'm happy with the additional stuff we've done. I might come back after the fact and play a little bit more and kind of improve things. Maybe? I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? Would you rather me just kind of do what I do and do that? I know I've asked this question before, but I actually really like going through and playing everything out, and feel a little dirty when I play the game and I don't record what I'm doing. So we have that, we have that. Oh, we could just get the sand from here too. Do we do that? Let's do that. Okay, just because I don't want to complicate and bring sand from all the way to the top corner of the map out. So we have sand all the way up here. There's a little bit right there, and then there's nothingness. What is this area over there? Real quick, I just want to check. Big dark spot. Oh, it's just coal, I think. Okay. So we have this area here, which we can use to mine out stuff, which is great. And let me see here. Can I just feed that? Let me see if I can put a junction here. There we go. Okay. It's not perfect, but at least it's feeding a little bit more of that stuff out. Oh, no, no, no. Why is sand coming in? Why? Why is there sand there? Okay, we're gonna get rid of that. That sucks. No, no sand. Okay, let's back up here. Also, I would really like some suggestions on pulverizers. I apparently suck at putting those things in, and I'd really like to do a better job of supporting my systems and getting all that stuff set up. But we have all of the resources we need to make all of the things here. So we're going to work on and focus on getting silicon set in this area. So we're going to have 2 lines set here. Both lines, I guess we're going to just do set to 2. And we'll bring them down like so. And then in here, we'll get pulverizers. Boop a doop. Boop a doop. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I already see problems. Okay, these ones need to exist in a different spot. Alright, so it's going to look something like this. I think that's fine. Then we have coal. There's a good deposit of coal. Yeah, we'll get air blast drill, even though it's complete overkill. I still want it because I like overkill for for most things in life. I like overkill, quite honestly. And then we'll put a silicon smelter. Do I want to go with the... I don't want to deal with getting all the other stuff. We need too much sand for that. So we'll do this. I'm just going to design one for right now, and then we'll figure out the schematics or whatever for the next one. So we're going to build a couple of those. And apparently I did not copy the top part. Alright, so that's going to feed this one. I was off by one. Bummer. And this one's going to go that way. Feed them up and over there. There we go. We have sand going in. It's not crazy amounts of sand, but it's enough. Alright. Now, for our search, it needs titanium, lead, copper, and silicon. Alright, we have all of that stuff right here. There's lead, there's titanium, there's copper, and we have all of the things. I'm trying to figure out the best way to make this thing. So do I feed these all into... I'm trying to figure out the best way to phrase this. What I'm thinking of doing is, now that we have stuff that we can feed more easily, do I do vaults or do I do containers? I can do 1, 2, 3, and 4. Feed all of those into that area, and then have the unloaders kind of set to do their thing. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I can do a container here, 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 and here. I think that's what I want to do. I think. Because if I set this up right, I can just copy it. So that's going to be the copper. That's going to be the lead. This one is going to be the titanium. And then this one is going to be the silicon. And then I can set out belts to kind of deliver each of those things to the spots as necessary. So that's going to be that one. Our titanium. No, I want the big guy. It's going to be like that. And I might change these around. So this one maybe is going to be titanium instead, and this one will be lead. We'll figure all that out. That's not the big deal. All right, so I'm going to feed that in there. These two are going to feed straight down into that. Okay. We have our lead over here, and let's change this over to silicon. Let's change this one over into, not that. We want to go to lead. So all of this is going to, instead of going up, it's going to come down. And it's going to go in there. And you see, we're not making a ton of it. It's not real fast. It's not doing anything crazy, but it's fine. That's all we need. I want to do something like that. And that one. Okay, now we need to power all this stuff. None of this stuff works without power, so we need to make sure we do all of that. And now we are generating what we need. And we're going to throw all of that into a big old vault. I think. Is that what I want to do? Yeah, that's what we're going to do for right now, at least. All right, and then that eventually is just going to get onto a launch pad with an unloader right there. If we need, well, let's do it like we've done the others, just to give it a fair shake. And that is going to be Surge Alloy. It'll load up its stuff, head out, and do its thing. Okay. I want to optimize, like, this is enormous, this area that we spent here. It's ridiculous. It's way too big, but I'm still happy with it, oddly enough. we need to figure out sand, do a better job with the sand management here. But again, I'm shockingly or sadly happy with how this is turning out with right now. But I don't want to make too long of a video about logistics. I want to go and fight and have all this set up. But I think this is where we're going to leave for today's video, or tonight's video, depending on when you're watching, or this morning. But let's go ahead and finish this up. We have this thing ready to roll. We're making stuff. We need more, but that's okay. We can always get more, or figure out ways to get more. We're going to have to allocate this better, and maybe I shouldn't have made this giant area up here a launch zone for all that stuff. But we will figure that out in time. So folks, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate your time and your attention to my little video channel here. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let me know. But otherwise, I'll see you in the next one, and I hope you all have a good one. Bye-bye.